Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, Mini Motorways. Let's go to London. For today's daily challenge, we will have half the number of road tiles and only 2 bridges. Ugh. That's awful. That was a hell of a punch in the face to start a Monday. But hey, it's Monday. I don't know. We were in a fairly decent mood here. All things that we can. I was going to say control, as if we have any influence on the outcome of the Patriots game. The Patriots won, which is good. Everything else is bad, but we don't have to worry about the we don't have to worry about anything other than the Patriots winning, right? As long as the Patriots keep winning, everything will be completely and totally fine. That was the organizing principle of the right-wing campaign, because Patriots has a double meaning. Fuck. Okay, so I don't know, man. Okay. It is Monday. We are off and rolling. I don't know. How much credit do we really want to give the chairman of the Federal Reserve? Not exactly a swell and decent fella or nothing. How much credit do we want to give that guy for being like 8% more spine having than one otherwise may have expected? I suppose some. I think where I'm coming down is I suppose some. Speaking of some, or something, I don't know. Let's take... Oof. This is going to be awful no matter what we do. This house here in particular, the fact that this spawned before I could start dealing with these yellows, is a real punch in the face. I think what we're going to do, just to save our bridges, we get 2, is we're going to run this absolute redonk road right here. Because this yellow can't point up northwesterly, because you can't have your driveway right on a railroad track. That would be bad. If you just imagine what it would be like if your driveway was on a railroad track, wouldn't be good. Delicious Coke Zero. Still somehow not sponsored. Come on, the Coca-Cola Company. Get off your butts and sponsor the _Goog. I'd make a replacement level spokesperson or something. Replacement level spokesperson, incidentally, is one of the titles of the episode. Hopefully I say something funnier than that. We just started. Oh, good. All right. For this blue here, we're going to run down this way and then under the yellow, and I'm out of road. Well, we'll take 15 whole road tiles. Thanks. Thanks a bunch. Get that bonus road going. I could actually redraw this to make a little bit more sense, probably. Like, what if we come this way and then go that way? That'll save a few road tiles compared to the other way. Now I have 11 spare tiles. Doing this does not really free up anything else, but, Actually, would it be more roadily efficient for me to do this and then that? That might save a couple tiles. Yeah, that's totally going to save me a handful of road tiles. I got all the way back up to 15 spares. Ooh, 15 spare road tiles. My cup runneth over with road. My cup roadeth over? I don't know, man. I guess you could say that. It's definitely, again, one of the titles of the episode, but I don't know if it actually counts for nothing. We'll see. Hey, I just realized that I did not set up the Wordle window or any of that at all. True fact, I sat down to the PC at 7:44 this morning, fully intending to just go, be ready, off we start, and I didn't actually do nothing. All right, let's take a roundabout, and we've got a problem. Specifically, we've got this red business here, and this red business will need some tending to. Obvious thing to do is to put this red here. Actually, yeah, I think if we put that red there, we can redraw the yellow to be down here. And now we have these two reds, and they straight shot that way. I think that probably makes sense. It does use one of my two bridges, but, you know, details. So yeah, I sat down to the PC at 7:44, not 7:44, 6:44 this morning. If I sat down at 7:44, one, I'd be standing right now, and two, we'd be in trouble. And by we, I mean I. Because that's basically the list of people that... Never mind. Let's bring in an immaculate grid window. Ooh, green business over... Game, what are we... Mini Motorways. Mini Michael Motorways, what in God's name are you doing? How is one supposed to... How are... I'm just not going to do anything with these until Monday and hope I get a motorway. Because if I don't get... Well, one, if I don't get a motorway, they're kind of doomed. But two, what even would I do? I get... Okay. Well, we don't have to worry about it because we got a motorway. I guess probably would have come up here, get on that via PCTL, and then come off of this somehow. Just borrow the most of this road and come through here. I guess that's what we would have done, but now the world will never know because we can just draw motorway number 1. And it's completely fine, and this green business is suddenly probably the business that's in the best shape of all businesses. Has one of the shorter roads, probably the only road that's definitely shorter is this one. All right. You go over that away. I really don't want to use my other road here. Let's see here. Okay. Actually, hold on. I don't necessarily... Well, if one more yellow spawns here, I have a good way to deal with this business that saves a whole bunch of road. For now, we're going to do that. But if one more yellow spawns anywhere close to here, I can do, like, yellows come up this way, we extend this, put a PCTL right here, run these blues straight shot right here, and then from the traffic light road here, we irk. Like, we go out here and immediately irk. So, one more yellow spawning, say, right here would be amazing. Or this green going circular. This green going circular doesn't actually mean anything to me. It just kind of gooses my score a little bit. So, that's good. We'll swing that. We'll swing that. We got 6 greens now. This light blue here is just going to take my second bridge, and that's going to have to be fine. That was the simple and obvious choice, and we have made it. So now if we want to get this yellow over here, or if indeed we want to get anything south of the Thames, north of the Thames, that's what we got to do. And it's just going to have to be fine. All right, now, is this window that I've reconstructed going to be just fine? That window is going to be just fine. Okay. We have a Wordle box. Everything will be okay. Well, everything related to whether or not we have a Wordle box on stream today will be okay. Beyond that, I can make no guarantees, and if I was to make predictions, they wouldn't be positive. So, you know, the Wordle box is there, and that's gonna have to be enough for now. But hey, the Patriots won. the Patriots kind of looked like dog shit, especially offensively. But, you know, that's fine. Any day, any football game where Ramondre Stevenson is the most dynamic and explosive player involved is basically inherently going to be a weird, ugly, low-scoring football game. Ramondre Stevenson is 15,000 times better of an athlete than me, but he's not, like, amazingly great at... Anyway, I don't know. He's never struck me as being, like, a fantastic running back or nothing. He's fine. He's good. He's solid. You could do worse, probably. The Patriots have done worse. That's true. They had they've had various schmucks and jamokes who are worse at carrying and running and holding on to footballs than Ramondre Stevenson. Sometimes. There have been other times that I can recall, but hey, Ramondre Stevenson had a good game. Good for him. I like to pretend that I'm a person who knows things about baseball. Like, I like to think that I have a deeper understanding of the game and sport of professional American baseball than, say, your typical sports fan. This is true. I think it's a fair assessment, and listen, there are plenty of people in a Discord server who will go into it at length about just how smart and just how reasonable my opinions and thoughts and reactions are. But I do think that compared to the general average fan, I know a few things and I understand things a little bit better. When it comes to professional football, I'm like, man... I hear people use terms like DVOA, and I know that that's some sort of player rating thing that some website did, and I'm just like, yeah, oh, they were third in the league by DVOA, and that's the advanced stat that we trust to measure that, right? Okay, well then, we trust them to measure that, and they're good at it, so good job, them. I don't know what goes into DVOA. I don't really know what DVOA stands for. I think it's like deserved value over average, which sounds like something a person making fun of a nerd would make up for a nerd to say, honestly. But, you know, let's take 15 more road tiles and immediately start using them because we have this newly created yellow business here, which is irksome. I could, theoretically... I was thinking about maybe motorwaying a couple of these yellows way over to here, but I think it'll be fine. Could also take these two yellows and shove them into this business, and I might do that just to avoid the railroad crossing here, or like if this goes circular, we're going to want to pull these two, but we'll figure it out. For now, we have these three greens right here. And those three will swing up that way, become 4 greens. That's how spawning happens. So these 4 greens pop in that way. They go into the eastern entrance of this double plaza, serve that green business. Everything's cool. This is a shorter road than this would be, so I'm not going to really respond immediately to the newly found extents of these 2 greenhouses right here. I will take another motorway. Ooh. Well, this is unfortunate. Yeah. This is about to be a casualty of having only so many bridges. Because I don't really want to redo this. Yeah, I don't want to rebridge this. And these blues are just totally fine and happy right here. So... even though there's every reason in the world that this can and should be a simple little bridge and I could just draw it and never think of it ever again, we're going to give these red folks a motorway. We're just going to do it that way. It's going to be fine. This 4th red will jump in here, make it 5 reds going to this circle. That'll be totally fine. Drake May looks good. Like, the thing with the Patriots all year has been, hey, are they for real, or are they just kind of frauds who have played a horrible schedule? And As with any binary choice, there is the possibility that the answer is both. It's conceivable to me that the answer is yes, the Patriots are suddenly a much better team than they were last season, but also they didn't play an actually good football team very often, and when they did, they sometimes lost to them. Because, like, okay, the Patriots beat the Panthers this year, and the Panthers won the NFC South, and were a playoff team. You cannot deny that the Carolina Panthers made it to the NFL playoffs this year. Do we really think the Carolina Panthers were any good? Because I don't. I could be wrong about that. Again, the whole point of this conversation is that I'm a football moron. So, I'm a football moron is one of the titles of the episode, actually. You come up here, swing down that way, zoop, and voop. Off we go. Rather than come up with some way to maybe use my last motorway again, I'm just stapling these 3 light blues into here and having them swing down that way. That's going to be probably just fine, honestly. I also maybe could have run them down here on this bridge and like redrawn this road, or had a traffic... Actually, it might be better if we do this. Let's reposition motorway number 4. Swing out that away. I'm going to have all of these light blues come this way, except for this light blue. This light blue will suddenly no longer do anything. But I think what we're going to do is actually put a PCTL right there. So now these 6 light blues come down this way, they go over the bridge, and then some of them take a left, cut back, go into this business, and then some of them just keep going straight and go off that way. Is that better or worse than having them come around here and briefly share a blue and red motorway? I don't think it overly matters, honestly. I think they're both basically fine. I think this was going to be okay no matter what I did with it. Let's take another roundabout. We're starting to get a decent little foundational pile of road sitting around, which is good. Let's see here. I am noticing an uptick in the number of greens here needing to do stuffs. Do I really care about that? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to find and chop all of this. And we're just going to peel the train station away from the Motorway 1 responsibilities. Because I noticed that this business was starting to get a little angry. This business here is starting to get mad as well. So let's feed it a couple more yellows. Yeah, a couple more yellow houses come out that way. I could theoretically motorway this rather than have them come over the road, but I think they're basically fine. Speaking of things that are basically fine, this yellow circle exists. Cat just slammed into something. I'm sure that's fine. You go off that. Cat just sprinted through the living room, knocked something over, and continued running. I'm sure that's fine. Let's take second and third traffic light, just in case we wind up needing that. And what are we going to do for this business? We've got 40 road tiles now. I think we can just draw a simple little road, get to it. Simple little road, get to it. Hi, Nora. You going to tell me what happened? What'd you do? Here, sniff my finger. Figure out what you're going to say you did, and then tell me what you did. Oh, hi! Both of these blues went circular. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that both of these blues had gone circular. I knew about you, but I didn't realize that this had also gone circular, and that's problematic, actually. I don't know if we can afford to wait for this bridge to fully go away. The plan is that we're going to wait for this bridge to fully go away and then draw straight down here in that away. So we're going to operate as though that's the plan, and if we need to adjust the plan, we'll do so. You and you and you and you. Here. And you. So all of y'all come here. Motorway number 5 right there. This business is fine. And now the question becomes, can we get away with waiting for this to go away so that it can be optimized? I think the answer is yes, actually. Because this is the last end coming here. This is the last going up that away. Okay. So now we can redraw this. These 7 houses now solely care about this business, and it's okay. Hi. What? You're nudging the chair. What do you want? You probably ate the entire can of wet food I left in your thing last night. That, or you've brought me your toy mouse, which you think is a real mouse. Hi. Hello. Yes, it's a toy. Go play with it. No? All right, fine. I can't do anything for you right now, cat. I'm doing stuff. Okay. How do we solve a problem like this business? I don't know. Well, it'll probably be okay until Monday. Speaking of things that'll probably be okay, this light blue here has already calmed down sufficiently. You 3 dark blues, by the way, will swing in this manner. You remember when I said that this business would be okay until Monday? It turns out that may have been false. I don't have a good answer here, friends. I got a bad answer. You want to see my bad answer? The bad answer is yoink. Just stealing motorway number 3 for a minute. We'll just swing that out that way. That'll be, well, I wouldn't use the word fine. I would use words other than fine, honestly. But, you know, here. You come through here, this business will now be calmed, and we'll take 15 more road tiles, and now we have another problem. The other problem, of course, is this guy. So, if you point up that away. Uh-oh. Man. We do have reds on this landmass. They pretty jerkishly, oh boy. Hear ye, let the record show that this viewer was here first. Samurai Sam was here first. Good morning, Sam. How in the hell are we going to get reds over here? I do not have a good answer to that. They are so very close, and yet so very far away, on account of the stupid limited bridges. Well, yeah, I can't exactly, I can't share this. I can't swing here. Fuck. Alright, here's a plan. We're going to toss a roundabout right here. Out of here, we'll have an eastern spur. It'll come down here. Come here. You want to swing that way and this way and do that. Yep. That's what we got. That's real fucking mad. And yet, hi there, Yellow. You're mad. Hold on. Why are you mad? You don't get to be. No. I'm sorry. I disagree with the notional concept that you might be mad. Why are you mad about stuff? You dip fucker? You have to. Now, this business being mad, I understand. This business has been horrendously mistreated, actually. Upon further review, these two, train station's a train station. I don't give a fuck about train stations, but this business gets to be mad. I understand, because this business has only 2 houses, which have to cross a railroad track to get there. And in order to get there, no. No, this is bad. This is bad for this business, and therefore bad for this economy, and therefore bad for life. That's how capitalist framing of the world works, right? If it makes the stock market go down, it's inherently bad. Now listen. Things that are bad do also tend to make the stock market go down, but there's not a one-to-one correlation there. And I think that's where never mind, this isn't the time to discuss monetary policy and morality and you. Monetary policy and morality and you is probably about as good a title of an episode as my cup roadeth over, actually. So, oh God. Crack me up. Unfortunately, that's all I got going for me right now, because... Oh! I also have Samurai Sam, who has rejoined the Goog troop, using Twitch Prime for now 55 months. Thank you, Sam. I don't know anything to do with this business until Monday if I get a motorway. If I get a motorway on... Well, actually, if I get a motorway on Monday, I probably gotta deal with this, don't I? Shit. Alright. Well, I got a motorway on Monday. Okay. So many problems. Okay. This business exists and is mad. Let's fix one of those. We come over here. We slap a PCTL right there. We restructure this road. So now, these light blues and these greens just kind of share a road. And that's going to have to be fine. This business. Wait, no. Which is the bigger Doom problem? Ah, Doom problems. No. Doom problems. Why? Here. I'm out of road tiles. Fuck. God. This is an awful... Oh, I just looked and I saw this. Okay, yeah, no, that's just dead. I'm so glad I didn't... I could have spent so long thinking about that, and then I didn't. I'm glad I didn't. 1,773 over however many days it was. It's a good score, not the best score. Drop those samurai slams in the chat. Come to me, my friend of the Wordle. Hello, the Wordle. Doot, the Wordle today is... Man, I don't know. Olive. The Wordle today is olive. No? Well, there's an L and an I in it. That's good. The Wordle today is... Spilt. No. Could have been, but it's not. So, what about... We did find out that there's a T. That's nice. It's not like... Loit. No, probably not. No. T... No. I don't know what you would put to have the L as the last letter. So let's operate under the assumption that it's LXITX. Is there anything that fits that structure? Don't see anything. Uh-oh. Then it would have to be T... Oh, it could be like twirl. It's been a while since I actually typed it out with X's and... I'm sorry? Oh, trial. Smart. I understand English. We got the Wordle in 4. That sure is one of the ways we could get the Wordle. Hey, at least we got it. Now let us time guess. All right. So the geef. Sorry. Oh. So. Our friends the geef are proposing angst and ha. I don't know, man. Man, for a thing with... Oh, hi there. Okay, so we're properly anti-fascist here. That's good. Also, you're poor at doing racism. Okay. Those solidarity. Man, for a sign with big bold letters smashed right up against the camera. Is it bad that I don't know what fucking language this is? I mean, racism right here, that could be French, but there would be more accent nonsense here. So, this... I think this is some sort of Scandinavian. Like Danish or Swedish or something. I bet you if I knew who this guy was, I bet you this is like a big important fella. This dude matters to people or something. So, if I knew who this guy was, this would be so much easier. But I don't, so here we are. All right. My friend here appears to have just come out of a linens and things. Or something. A place where they sell towels. So he was towel shopping and then was confronted by a not quite angry but definitely frustrated mob. A mob containing angry people, which is different from an angry mob. But there are angry people in this mob. I think anytime you go about brandishing this sign, like even if this sign was in perfect condition, if you go about shoving it in people's faces, they're going to assume that you're mad at something. The fact that this sign has been beat to shit and has been dragged out for one more face shoving indicates, yeah, this person's mad about something. So this mob, which, and listen, this is a mob right here. This throng, this crowd, it contains at least one angry person. It is not itself an angry mob because there's like people just chilling and people with cameras taking photographies and whatnot, but there's a mob containing angry people. So you go to buy towels and then it was good being a naive child of the 1990s, wasn't it, Sam? To once more be a naive child of the 1990s. Yeah. Okay. I got no fucking clue, friends. We've got someone here who really likes bunny rabbits. That's good. We've got the European Playboy Mansion, maybe? No, unlikely. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, nobody here had the decency to wear a flag on their hat or nothing. Nobody, decided to say, fascists, get out of la France. The France is no place for the fascists. This is not a thing that was said, at least not in this photograph. What does your jacket say, El Capo friend? You say, you might be like security. I don't even think that's how you say I don't think you spell security with an I before the E at the very end in French. Oh, God. The only hints here are that this might be in Paris. And also this guy. Like, if I was a person who recognized the faces of European leaders, this would be so much easier. And yet... Samurai Sab has spent 1,000 Goog bucks to redeem the stream reward Goog's terrible French accent, and therefore... Wait, I said und. That is not French. That is German. The German has unpermittedly snuck its way into the French. This is the first time this has ever happened. Oh, it's très horrible. Très horrible. Because the H is consonant sometimes. H is a consonant when it feels like. H is consonant fluid in French. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I got nothing. Oh, we are in, fuck it, we are dans Paris, 2024. It is good that I think that I am funny sometimes because no one else possibly could. As it turns out, we were in the Netherlands, which is sort of... It's basically like, okay, I really need to start guessing the Netherlands more often because I was torn between French and Scandinavian, right? And what do you get if you smash something that feels French and something that feels Scandinavian and maybe just a hint of German? You get the fucking Netherlands. So apparently this is Dutch. All right. This was the Netherlands in 2017. Okay. Yeah, listen to the dude with the sign, Geert. Come on, Geert. Hi, that's Jimmy Carter, right? Yeah. Hi, Jim. All right. So, we've got Jimmy Carter, I think. It's interesting to me that Jimmy Carter would be in a vehicle like that, given things that have happened to people in positions similar to Jimmy Carter, in vehicles similar to that, in times before Jimmy Carter would have been that. I'm not making that up, right? That's totally Jimmy Carter. Yeah, that's totally Jimmy Carter. All right. So we got Jimmy Carter in what is pretty obviously a presidential motorcade, so that narrows it down pretty well immediately to somewhere between 1977 and, say, 1980. The question is where. Answer to that question is presumably the United States on account of the massive motorcade of fellas, but I do say presumably. If I was a person who recognized flags, the presence of this flag would help a lot, actually, because this is not an American flag. This is the story of a girl who... No. So we got like a lightish color, horizontally situated above a white, above a... Sam thought I was referencing James Earl Ray, which, no. Isn't he the guy who... Isn't he one of the guys who tried to shoot Reagan? That would have been after this. I was talking about Kennedy. I was talking about Lee Harvey Oswald. The things that he did to a presidential type figure who was sitting, with his coconut-shaped head all sitting there exposed and whatnot. Oh, Jimmy Carter's first and middle names are James Earl. I did not know that. I thought we were talking about James Earl Ray, not James Earl Carter. Oops. And again, I say oops. Anyway, moving swiftly on. So we're in a place whose flag looks like that. Interesting. With some folk who are none too terribly pleased, it appears. Either they were exuberant in their joy or they're just running up to stuff. We also got beret-wearing Jeep fellas. That's nice. Man, could this be Iran? Could I don't think he went there to... Because there was there was the hostage crisis, but... Oh, God. That doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel good at all. Yeah, it's probably... I got nothing, friends. We are in... Lagos, Nigeria. Yeah. What fucking flag is this? It doesn't look like anything. Okay. Erase the flag from your mind. Where are we? Was really hoping that without thinking at all of the flag, there would be some place in the United States that I think this is. And there really isn't. Like... This guy is throwing me a lot. This guy is throwing me. These guys... Fuck. We are in Lagos, Nigeria in 1978. Who's ready for me to get 5,012 points? Turns out that was Cairo. That's an Egyptian flag. And it was 1979. So I got a little bit more than 5,012 points, but only a little bit. Alright. Southern Sweden during the recent and post-glacial times. Oh boy. Post-glacial is... I know what you mean, but also... Going forward, it's scary. Alright, so we got people who are discussing Sweden. They're certainly discussing Sweden, but their language here is English. So, doesn't necessarily guarantee that we're in Sweden. This is a bigger giveaway, though. This map just sort of being here. Yeah, I'm willing to believe that we're in Sweden now, actually. You know, the poster was one thing. The map is, you know, nobody moves a map. Maps aren't portable. So we're in Sweden in, 1930? Feels a little bit more recent than 1930, but not horrendously so. We're in Sweden in 1938. And if we're in Sweden, we might as well be in Stockholm. We are in Stockholm, Sweden in 1938. It was just a little bit north of that, and it was 1925. Good job identifying dates, Goog. Next, this is the Aspen Ski School and Meeting Place. Okay, Aspen's in Colorado. We know roughly where we are. Now the question just becomes, when are we? And we can basically gather that based on the people and more so the cars. I think all of these would be at home in like the late 1960s. That feels, yeah, it feels about right. Feeling late 60s for just about all of these. I don't suppose I can spot a, you know, re-elect Nixon or Tricky Dick is not my pick. Anybody got any signage to that effect? Man, that would have been a great anti-Nixon campaign slogan, wouldn't it? Tricky Dick is not my pick. Maybe a bit too crass for American politics of the 1960s, but they did elect Richard Nixon, so... All right, we are in Aspen, Colorado in 1966. That feels reasonable. I want to pull back and almost say that this is the 50s, but that feels a little much. We are in Aspen, Colorado in 1966. So, problem, however, is, well, I will now draw a pretty much square, which I'm certain contains Aspen, Colorado. However... beyond that, I don't got any fucking clue where Aspen is. So we're just going to kind of slowly and carefully zoom in and hope that eventually this tiny little ski town, which anyone ever knows about only because, oh, thank God, only because it's a rich people skiing haven paradise type place. Yeah, the only thing that ever matters about Aspen, Colorado is that rich people go there to ski. Like, a lot. So, we're pretty much in the heart of downtown, it looks like. By which I mean, well, there are houses. So, let's just pop a pin right... there! We are in Aspen, Colorado in 1966. See, I knew it was the... We're in Aspen, Colorado in 1957. Curses and failure and screwed it up real bad. All right, I think Sam said he got like 36K in Time Guesser. 35,987. So this is doable, theoretically. All right, we got Scotiabank Arena, home of the Winnipeg Jets. So we got a really good lock on where we are. The question now is when. Oh, crap. So these people are celebrating something the Jets did. What did the Winnipeg Jets do? I don't know, man. So this is definitely recent. This is definitely modern. This is like after the Winnipeg Jets came back into existence, which is only in the last like decade or so, right? Because there was a team there was a hockey team in Winnipeg. They were called the Jets. And then when hockey got we need to expand into the southern United States. That's where the money is. The good folk of Phoenix do truly enjoy their ice hockey. So the NHL decided that the good days were here to stay now and forever. Let's expand rapidly and massively and recklessly. And they moved the Winnipeg fucking Jets to goddamned Phoenix, Arizona. And would you believe it? It went real bad. And then a while later, even while the Phoenix Coyotes, as they were now known, were struggling to keep their collective heads above water, it didn't help that the Canadian dollar was weak. And listen, there are international geopolitics at stake, and there are much easier jobs than commissioner of the National Hockey League. That does not change the fact that Gary Bettman's a shitfucker. But so even with the Phoenix and then Arizona Coyotes struggling and getting thrown out of their arenas and whatnot, when it came time to add a team to the NHL was like, hey, let's do one in Winnipeg. And they did one in Winnipeg. Hence exists the Winnipeg Jets. And because now Jets just means military, because everything just means military, we get a fucking fighter plane over a maple leaf, and there's your goddamn logo, you stupid Canuck fucks. So that's nice. And these Winnipeg Jets have apparently done something. I don't believe the Jets ever won this. No, these Jets have not won the Stanley Cup. No Canadian team has won the Stanley Cup since these Jets existed. So they didn't win the cup. But I don't know enough about hockey to know beyond that. I'm only reasonably certain that the Jets didn't win the cup. I don't think any team calling itself the Jets can win anything ever. That's, Joe Namath hogged all of the glory for himself. If I was a person who knew hockey players, I could suss out, like, when were Wheeler and Perreault on the Jets at the same time? That would be helpful to me. That's not actually going to be helpful to me. It just would be. So, is anybody shooting this on their phone? Like, does anyone have a phone out to record this? No? All right. There are absolutely no masks at play here, so it's not 2020, it's not 20... Wait! Oh, I can zoom, but I can't enhance. Okay, so my guy here is taking a selfie and showing off his beverage, but... Okay. I don't know, man. We are at the street entrance of Scotiabank Arena in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada in 2023. And we're just going to go with it. I cannot suss out the when of this. We've got the where as soon as I find this arena. And I am going to take a little bit of time to try to find this arena because I want to win a thing. Even if that thing is an informal one-person competition with a friend of his. Where the fuck is Scotiabank Arena? Winnipeg, you wouldn't have been one of those cities that claims that you're in a city, but you actually popped your arena off in the fucking suburbs, right? There's no Cobb County, Manitoba. Cobb County, Manitoba might be a decent title for the episode, actually. I don't think there's a Cobb County, Manitoba. I think you're going to be pretty much right in the heart of downtown. I'm willing to be wrong about that, but wait, is that? No. That's the Canadian Museum for Human Rights, which is probably a better use of space and ground and such than a hockey ballpark. But, oh, hey, there's a baseball field? All right, somebody put a Major League team in Winnipeg. That'll be fun. Don't do that. It's probably very cold. I assume they're a Blue Jays affiliate. Let's see here. Crap. I found a cemetery. That's good. Wouldn't it be called a puck park? Sam, is literal actual... Hold on, I lost it. Literal actual baseball diamonds. Oh, good. All right. Where in the hell? I don't want to just pop a pin in the heart of downtown. I know where we are. Well, I know sort of where we are. Hold on. Zoom back out. Maybe too far out. Try the north. There's a shopping center. There's a college. There's a recreation center. There's a park. Oh, you stupid Canadian bastards. Where did you put your hockey building? Where did you put... I'm not going to find it, am I? God bless him. Fuck. All right. I'm not seeing it. It doesn't exist. This is not actually real. We are at the Walmart Supercenter, not too far away from Winnipeg Richardson International Airport. Sad. In Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada in 2023. If I nailed the year on this, it's 2015. I only got 2,500 on the year. I wouldn't have beaten Sam. It turns out the stadium is 4 kilometers that away. Fine. 34,766 is a decent little time guessing score for today's Immaculate Grid. We need Tigers and Giants and Phillies and catchers and dudes what won the MVP and dudes what had a 300 batting average in a season. A dude who won baseball's most valuable player award while playing for the San Francisco Giants is, of course, one Barry Lammer Bonds. Hold on, you don't actually put the dude's middle name. You just say Barry Bonds. As a true and factual statement, that he's a dude who won the MVP, played for the Giants. A dude who played catcher and played for the Giants is Sal Fasano. Sal Fasano, long-haired, mustachioed fella? You weren't a Giant? I felt sure that you were a... Sal Fasano wasn't a God! Okay. Yeah, it has to be actually, correct. I think Prince Fielder won an MVP. And listen, if this was for an Immaculate Grid, I would just take the Miguel Cabrera layup, and it turns out I should have, but I thought Prince Fielder had won an MVP with the Tigers. Turns out I'm wrong. I don't even know if they were giving out the MVP award when Jimmy Fox was a Tiger or when Ty Cobb was a Tiger. I don't think they were, but apparently they were. Ty Cobb won an MVP with the Tigers. Good for him. He probably deserved it. He would have fit this column then. Dude who won an MVP and had a 300 batting average season. That'll be one Theodore Anthony Ball game. There we go. Jimmy Fox, it turns out, not a Tiger. What the fuck am I thinking of then? I don't know. It's Theodore Samuel Ball game, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. It's just going to be a running bit now that I don't remember Ted Williams' middle name. Dude who played catcher and had a 300 batting average in a season is Joe Mauer. He also enjoyed cake while doing so. Dude who played for the Philadelphia Phillies, had a 300 batting average in a season is, Eddie Ashburn. I don't remember. Richie Ashburn. There you go. There's a deep cut Philadelphia Philly for you. Thank you, MLB The Show. Dude who played for the Phillies and Tigers is, I think Shane Victorino wound up on the Tigers at one point, didn't he? I'm not making that up. I'm making that up, actually. I know he had a home run in the ALCS against the Tigers, but I also thought he wound up playing for them, and it turns out that no, he did not. Fine. A dude who caught for the Detroit Tigers is Brad Ausmus, and that is a staircase. See? It was an art project. We were doing that intentionally all along. Is anyone buying that? That we were doing that intentionally all along? Folks, that is going to do it for us here today on Good Morning Mini Motorways. And just so we're aware, we have a pretty darn full stream schedule this week. We did Gimme today. Obviously, we will be back tomorrow. Of course, this is the plan. The reason the schedule is so full is that I don't know too many in-person jobs I have. So, look, Wednesday, there will be no Gimme. Other than that, work permitting, we will be here for everything, which means our YouTube schedule, hey, look at that, is also full as well. We've had Cyberpunk, we have Gimme later today. It's Dragon Age the Veilguard, Gimme and Hades tomorrow, and Cyberpunk and Dragon Age and Hades, and it's good times on the YouTube channel. I edited 6 episodes last night while watching football. 'Twas a good, fun time, and you shall see them in the future. The subathon will be on YouTube in parts. I'm probably not going to upload the whole thing just because as long, but we'll see. I might. But yes, that will be on YouTube eventually. I have that in my Hades folder because we did play some Hades, and I do want to put the amount of Hades in there on YouTube. So when it comes time to edit that episode of Hades, I'll start editing the subathon. And we'll get there, and we'll have a good time, and it'll be on YouTube in parts. Because, listen, that shark game was a hell of a lot of fun. Oh, folks, thank you so much for being here. We will be back tomorrow morning for another edition of Good Morning Mini Motorways. Until then, this is the end screen. Goodbye.